Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I wanted to come on and check in with the Divine Masculine Collective. I feel like a lot of them are going through it, it feels lonely, it feels cold without their Divine Feminine, but a lot of them know that, change is on the horizon for many of them. They're experiencing their spirituality a lot more deeply. They are learning more about the twin flame journey, and it's like they're not laughing so much now. They're actually seeing that there is a lot of truth to this. And when I first started my journey, guys, like, I didn't know what twin flames were. Like, I just knew that there was this big crush that I was feeling, and the more time went on, the more strongly it felt until, my masculine started showing up in my dreams, and it was just incredible to have him show up in my dream. And at that point, I knew very clearly what the universe was trying to say to me. It was just whether or not I had the courage to accept the spiritual guidance that I was getting. And I can tell you guys, like, I've gotten to such incredibly amazing places just because I've decided to follow my intuition and seize this lifetime, not be afraid. I felt like as long as I was honest, that I would be okay. And I want that to be a really strong message to those of you who are tuned in and listening, and you resonate with the term twin flame, or you've been on this journey for some time, and you have at some point questioned as to whether or not this experience is all real, and I just want to share with you guys that that's a decision that you're going to have to make on your own. And there's no amount of readings that you can listen to, or there's no person out there that can tell you as to whether or not this is your twin flame or this is your experience. You guys have to own it, and you have to embody it, and you have to live it, even in the bad times. So that's why I was putting up that heads up out there about being really careful about the content that you consume, because the worst thing I have experienced on this journey very early on is, this is my twin flame, this is not my twin flame, this is my twin flame, this is not my twin flame. I really had to stop and go backwards before all of the readings and anybody else's opinions and all of that stuff, and go back to what it is I went through, and I will never forget the day that I dreamt of my masculine. And I kept scratching my head, like, universe, can this be real? Like, does this person really feel this way about me? And I had to literally trust and believe that that was the case. And I eventually reached out because of this dream. And, it turns out that they were feeling this way the whole time. I mean, how magical is that? There was no way I was going to walk away from an experience like this. And it's been hell. It's been crazy, the amount of things I've had to go through in my experience. But I guess I keep showing up making these videos because I want you guys to know that you're not alone in the experiences that you've had. And with technology advancing so rapidly these days, don't let anybody take the real true experiences that you've seen and you've witnessed and you've felt. Don't let anybody take that away from you with their perspective on things. Just take things as they come, observe messages as they come. But at the end of the day, you guys have the power to navigate your own journey and your own experience by focusing and funneling your thinking into where it is you want it to go. Okay. And the whole idea behind the heads up there was to just give you guys the awareness to be careful about what seeds are being planted. Okay. Because I've been there in the beginning of the journey where it's very easy to get caught up in the cards and make impulsive decisions on your journey just because of a reading. So, just take it easy, guys. Take time out. Be mindful when you are in the soap opera world of twin flame readings, and just take it with a grain of salt and watch and observe. And, when you're really wanting to learn, I say the best policy is to get a deck and try to learn and read into the energies yourself, or tune in through meditation and pay attention to synchronicities and look them up. Use Google to look up a cardinal totem, a blue jay totem. Why did I see a crow eating a bat? Just Google it. Be tuned in with yourself first and foremost, and then you know, if you're guided to join communities and resonate with readers, you know, be accountable and make sure that they're resonating and they're not filling you with, you know, fear and just fear. Just fear is the energy behind that. Okay, it's the energy behind making decisions that end up getting us into trouble. Okay, so just discern and be careful out there is what I'm saying, guys. Okay, because again, the YouTube community is not what it used to be in terms of like twin flame messages. All right, so I made a new deck and I want to tap into first the masculine energies and find out what it is they are learning right now, or just what they need to know in general. I know a lot of masculines are really curious about where their feminines are at as well, so I'm going to use the same deck to tap into messages for the feminine collective. Okay, but yeah, I just feel guided to assist the masculines. I do see their numbers continuing to grow on my channel, and I think that's so incredible and amazing, because like I'm telling you guys, it's no joke for them now. In the beginning, when you did mention twin flames, and you know, now they're actually feeling it. It doesn't matter what anybody else is saying or whatever reading is saying like they're feeling it, they're going through it. Okay, so masculine, self-care, so declutter and do a mini makeover. Okay, so throw out clothes that just don't make you feel good right now. Declutter your space, change around your room, don't have a lot of stuff in your room, do your laundry often. Open up the windows in the morning and in the nighttime if you're able to when you sleep. Just get a bit of fresh air. And keep your space clean right now, masculines. That's what's going to help with the energy right now, because a lot of you are busy working and, you know, you're feeling the lessons around earning pentacles and having to start over and pursuing your divine feminine. But a lot of you have this desire to take care of her, to give her everything that she could possibly want. And, you know, the irony is that you don't even have to do that. You know, in past relationships, you've definitely felt like you've had to carry the load. And on top of that, you know, there was not a lot of assistance or not a lot of compassion or not a lot of wanting to build with you. And I feel that as a divine masculine, you're learning the energy of temperance right now. So pouring into your own cup, so that way you can attract a mate that pours into their cup as well. So these are things that you love about your divine feminine, or you're really attracted to with your divine feminine, is that she has this mindset, you know, for a fact that she prides herself on taking care of her own needs. And it's crazy too, masculines, because at the beginning, I think that you guys were intimidated, and because of that intimidation, you didn't like the energy was that you guys just felt turned off by her, and you didn't mean to, because she's on the outside. It's just like, wow, it's everything that you want. Physically, you know, your brain is just drawn to procreate with her. But as you got to know her, that independence became a turnoff. But what she was doing was reflecting that mirror to you, and you were feeling turned off by yourself because you really wanted to embody an energy, an emperor, that was attracted to that type of energy, okay? Because something in you was like, maybe like really attracted to the damsel in distress, because that made you feel like you were doing something. But then that became a burden very, very quick, because you started having to be a parent to your partner rather than being like an equal counterpart, okay? And that affects like your sexual attraction for them as well too, divine masculine. So there's a whole big breakdown behind that. And I feel you guys, I see it, I've dreamt of it, I know what happens energetically. And you know, I think divine masculines, you also need to hear that it's normal for you to have like a really high sex drive. It's normal for you to want sex a lot. It's normal for you to want a partner who provides sex a lot. You know, of course, there's a level of compassion and understanding, and being able to read your partner's energy and not knowing that, you know, sex is not everything. But at the same time, you're on the same page. It's okay to want those things, you know, and that's what your feminine is to you. So, you know, a lot of you are going through these types of lessons where, you know, your feminine has no idea how much you desire her right now. I think in the past, she's experienced you just kind of running away from her all the time. And it took her some time to realize her her greatness, I guess, or like her goddessness. She was like, oh wait, he's running because he actually really likes me. Oh. The divine feminines, they didn't see that in the beginning, you know. It made them go on their own journey of like self-love and self-acceptance and things like that. So sorry, let me not get too caught off track here, but it says ask for help from above. You need to learn to receive. And I love that this comes out for the masculines, because receiving is not an easy energy. I think by nature you've been taught to be the provider and be the builder and be the protector, which naturally comes to you. But I feel like this is learning not to ask for help from others, but ask for help from above, because your connection to source is private. No one knows what's in your mind and in your heart. And your connection to source, ask for anything that you want and you will be given the ideas to fulfill that. Okay. And another thing too with divine masculines is that, a lot of you guys take pride in working really hard. Like you're the type where it's like, you don't want to win the lottery, you want to earn it. That's what makes you feel good. You like earning it. So a lot of the divine masculines right now they're working really hard, guys, but like not like physically. I think a lot of them are using their brains and like their heart and their soul, because they want to make things better for the world somehow. And that is true emperor energy. So if a lot of you aren't hearing from them, like they're hard at work in ways that they've always dreamt of it, but they never thought that they would be doing it. And somehow it's all tied to this whole twin flame journey and experience with their divine feminine, and they're seeing it now as really magical. So when they think about you feminine, like they are starting to see that it's okay to ask for help. And again, this is not from other people, it is from God, asking for help from God. Many masculines are like, yeah, I could do that, I can do that and nobody has to know, because of course they have that like pride within them, again, where they want to be the builders, right? And that's not natural energy too, that the feminine's really attracted to. So at this time, divine masculine, if a lot of you are wanting to like step down from your jobs, and the reason I feel that a lot of you want to do that is because you don't like routine, or you don't like things that are very repetitive. And I think that that's been bugging you guys for a really long time, because you want to create, like you were probably the kids who were like the little Rosie Revere engineers, so get back to doing those things and building, because that's what makes a lot of you feel satisfied. Many masculines, they love like electronics, and they love putting things together, they love breaking things apart, and so embrace that side of you a little bit more. Don't be afraid to connect with kids also, divine masculines. If you have kids of your own, teach them a little bit about certain things that you liked. Like if you were a kid and you really like Hot Wheels, don't be afraid to like go all out and get the sets and get into like building again and putting things together. And if you share this experience with your kids at a young age, okay, so doing a lot of building activities with them and nurturing that side of them that knows how to put something together, take it apart, and eventually maybe even just build their own structures. It's really nurturing that side of them and the inner child within you that again wants to get out of the repetitive jobs that your heart doesn't resonate with so much right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more messages for the masculine and see what comes up here. Okay, they're telling you the truth, okay? So this might have to do with your divine feminine, okay? What I'm picking up is like divorce, okay? So she has told you that this is something that she's going to do or wants to do, or like breaking up or just wanting to be on her own. Like she's telling you the truth. She's not just stringing you along. A lot of you struggle with this, especially like when you get into illusions. Don't drink, okay, and don't smoke, and then try to decipher these types of things. Like get clear, have a shower, eat a good meal, make sure that you're nice and sober, and then really tap into your feminine's energy in order to help you figure those things out, okay? Because this could be a variety of questions that you personally have on the journey, divine masculine, but whatever it is, whatever comes to mind that you're thinking about, it's a message from the universe that they're telling you the truth, okay? And that comes up, they're not going to hurt you. Okay, there you go. They're telling you the truth. They're not going to hurt you. Okay, we also have drink more water. Okay, and especially because I said to not drink, have more water. And, drink more water too. like have more showers also is what I'm getting as a strong message. And not because you're like dirty or anything, it's just like, I don't know, like the energy with water washing over your body and like just the way it makes you feel after, it can give you a lot of clarity and assist you. But also, yes, drink a lot of water, okay? Maybe you're having a lot of like takeout food because you're really busy and on the go. Just remember to drink a lot of water. Have like supplements and vitamins and stuff like that, especially if you're older too, masculine. Okay. All right. So we have be self-sufficient, drive and manage your finances and save. I think that overall many masculines are really good at this naturally. But for those of you who are caught up in certain karmic situations that are probably not the best when it comes to your finances, and you know deep down inside that you probably should make a change or have that conversation that says, hey, listen, like you need to stop spending my money because I'm going to start saving it. You got to have like those tough conversations and do whatever it is you need to do, hold people accountable. I know it's sometimes not an easy lesson when you do feel like, again, rescuing that damsel in distress, but if it's causing you stress, like it's not going to be a productive situation to your health long term, and also your children if you do have any. Okay, so saving right now is really important. Get into the habit of like paying yourself, even if it's about like between 5 and 15% if you can, so that way you have that going for you in the background. And you might have to make sacrifices elsewhere, but it's really important that you do that right now. And drive, this could be like having other people learn to drive as well, so that way it takes a lot of burden off of you. Okay, and also you might feel like you're the chauffeur sometimes, and it causes a lot of like stress because it takes away from time in your day to be doing things that are very productive to you right now. So yeah, just make sure you're aware of these things right now, Divine Masculine. Okay, all right, so that's it, I think, for the masculines. You know what, I'm going to end off with a message from the Fairy Tarot. Okay, I love this deck, guys. I use it a lot in personal readings. It's just my absolute favorite. Thank you to my beautiful sister Crystal for gifting this amazing deck to me. Actually, she didn't gift it to me. She's like, I'll let you borrow it. And then I started using it so much and she's like, oh, keep it. So I love you, Chris. Okay, so we have the Four of Summer, or the Four of Cups, coming out. So it says being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. All right, so I feel like these are the energies that a lot of the masculines are really leaving behind. It's a message from the universe, like, don't be distracted. Maybe you do need to ease up on like the takeout and getting more organized in your life and being more present, like speaking up for what it is you want. You know, a lot of you might feel really distracted in a sense where you know that you need to save, or you know that you need to organize your time better. It's just that masculine energy that's very necessary in order to help you grow, but you're struggling with it somehow. So the best way to help you get through that distraction is to stop smoking weed, is what I'm getting, or at least do it at like night when all of the important stuff in your day is done. Like if you know it's a problem in the morning, don't do it in the morning. It's a small sacrifice. And have like a good breakfast in the morning. Exercise again if you're able to, because that'll help with the distraction and the feeling of like discontentment and things like that. Exercise is really, really going to help that Divine Masculine. All right. Okay, so let's tap into the feminine's energy. What do the Divine Feminines need to know at this time? You know what? I'm going to do like a little... They're like such new cards because I just made them this morning. So, yeah. All right, so Divine Feminine, if the reading doesn't resonate, tune out, protection. Okay, and I have definitely shared a lot about that in the last couple community posts, and just getting back into the energy of learning about that true path of like the twin flame, and not getting so distracted with a lot of these crazy readings out there that really just drain your energy and really aim to just confuse. And you know, I feel like it's I shouldn't say aim to confuse, but you know, they're just like, I think anyone who authentically experiences the whole twin flame journey, it's like you don't watch readings because you want to. It's almost like it finds you, or you're guided to the information somehow, and it's always, you know, accurate. And then there's other ones that really mess with you on like an impulsive level, or you start feeling like jealousy, or you start feeling you start feeling like a low vibrational feeling where like it's like a spiral effect where it's like you start sinking and worrying and panicking. And so, you know, sometimes it sounds cliche to like, you know, wrap ourselves up in like la la land, but sometimes it's the medicine that, you know, you need. It's the best way to protect yourself. A lot of you are forgetting what it's like to watch romantic comedies and listen to happy love songs and believe in love, you know. And that's all because of the content out there. It's crazy when it comes to twin flames. So always just be mindful of that stuff, okay, guys? So protect your energy. Okay, what else does the Divine Feminine need to know at this moment? Okay, so stop dabbling in so many projects and finish something, okay? So this might be a lot of the Divine Feminines who are feeling that itch to create, okay? Especially if it's your own business is what I'm getting. The universe is letting you know that you're just dabbling in way too many things. And that's natural because a lot of you are awakening to your passions, your talents, your skills, your strengths. Many of you are just getting up off of your butts and saying like, oh my God, like I feel something big is coming for me. And again, it's like the very start of your own business, maybe your own YouTube channel, your own blog, like what it has to do with the online world. And the reason I feel that very strongly for many of you is because that's where you spend a lot of your time either way. And I feel that many of you have had like epiphanies where you're just like, I could do that. Like I could have a YouTube channel like that. Like I could share my own messages. I could, you know, vlog my travel experiences, my cooking, like whatever it is. A lot of you are feeling this urge to want to do that, but then there's this voice within you that says like, you can't do that, or it's going to be a lot of work, or come on, that's not realistic, or you already have a job. But at the end of the day, the job that you're doing, like again, it's like the masculines reading, right? Many of you might feel like, I don't like routine. I don't like it being so repetitive. I want to do my own thing. I want to make my own hours. I want to earn money easily. And it doesn't have to be a struggle. A lot of us have been raised in homes and with parents and with grandparents and just that ancestral, not curse, but just like that illusion that lingers over us that says we have to work hard for what it is we want in order to get somewhere. And manifesting is like not real, or you're caught up in some fantasy world. Again, sometimes you need to get lost in la la land and ask for help and manifest and get serious about thinking about what it is you guys really want to do. And that voice that tells you it's impossible, tell it to go away, right? It's better than you guys being in the jobs that you hate, or spending time away from your kids, even though you know at the end of the day you just want to wake up and be with them. You know, telling yourself that it's hard or impossible, it stops you from pursuing the ideas that you need to execute in order to get that opportunity, right? It's many of you need to pause and realize that it's not about numbers and it's not about money in this moment when you create something. It's about an investment. An investment, it takes patience, it takes time, it takes work. You really have to tend to it. You have to plant it so that way it grows and it blossoms. So I think if a lot of you are wondering, like, how do I get started on creating my own business? Start from that place and realize that it starts with a very small seed, a very small idea. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that you need to do to help grow it and nurture it. And it's going to involve taking risks, and it's going to involve shutting off Netflix and shutting off YouTube, and stop cleaning when you should be sitting down at your desk working on ideas. Stop finding excuses that keep getting in the way of you starting, okay? Because it's as simple as signing up for the Canva account and getting access to a whole bunch of presentation templates that you guys can easily use, and put your own words in there, put your own pictures in there, put your own images, and upload. I feel that a lot of you are really needing to hear that you have to make a choice, because there's so many things that you're great at, okay? But you need to make a choice and follow something through to the end in order to gain like a foundation, okay, in order to start the business. And then from there you can branch off, but pick one or two things that it's your most favorite thing to do. You can get lost in it and see it through to the end. All right, let's see what else is coming through for the divine feminines. Protect your energy, tune out of social media. Okay, well, I think we've gone through that quite enough because a lot of you are going to be busy. Okay, a lot of you are going to be creating right now. Okay, so the energies are doubled here. Protect your energy. I think that social media too makes you guys feel discouraged, you know, like this, you know how sometimes you'll have an idea to do something and then you'll see someone doing it really, really well and it makes you feel discouraged. Okay, well, don't feel discouraged. If you see other people doing things really well, get into the energy where you're wanting them to be a mentor. Learn from them, see what they're doing really well. See what you could potentially do better or add to it, or give it your own style or your own spin. And always remember, if someone's doing your idea and they're doing it well, that's an excellent sign that there's some business to be had for you. Okay, so your kids need you one-on-one time. Okay, and this might also give you a spark of ideas, guys. Spend time with your kids and don't get into the energy of feeling depressed about your circumstances, especially if you're in a place where you're wanting to create, or you know something big is on the way in terms of you having more abundance than you could need. Okay, that is guaranteed for you, but you need to get into the mindset of deserving it. All right, so, and your kids need you. They need you to get down on the floor and play with them and shut off your phone and stop worrying about tomorrow and be in the now moment. Okay, there's actually a book I read to my son yesterday called Milton's Secret, and it was teaching him about being in the now, and it was a beautiful story, Milton's Secret. So if you guys love reading to your kids, it's definitely a gem. It's so great. Okay, but yeah, reading to your kids, guys, is another big thing. Like, I love reading to my son, and in fact, I've talked to my masculine gave me the idea to read books. Like, you should read children's books as a YouTube channel, and I'm like, you know what, that would be so amazing. Such a great idea, and I've always meant to do it because I love doing like the different voices of the different characters and things like that, and it's something too that like it makes me feel really good, you know. And your kids will love it, guys. Reading to them and having them hear your voice and like getting lost in these stories, it's such a wonderful break from like TV, and it really gives you a chance to cuddle up with them. Always read to them before bed as well. Okay, so after like dinner and their bath and their wind down time, always have the last thing be a story with them. Just sit in bed and read a story, and then, you know, lights out. Okay, so your kids really need you right now. Okay, spend time with them. It'll be so therapeutic and just what your soul needs. All right, so we have a bit of a cheeky message here, but it says their friends find you really attractive. This is a message from your masculine who's wanting to pop into your reading. And it says, I fantasize about a life with you all the time. Oh, that's really sweet, guys. All right, so this might be something that they're just kind of having flashbacks about, okay? And it's, you know, maybe making them look at your pictures on social media, or just wanting to text you, get close to you. A lot of you might be receiving a lot of fake texts as well from like random numbers where it might seem like it's like, oh, you've won, blah, 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 or, you know, oh, please sign up for, you know, no, it's like literally made by your counterpart just wanting to like reach out and send you some type of like communication. So, you know, they're definitely thinking about you guys and, oh man, fantasizing about a life with you all the time. I think many masculines are in a space right now where, you know, they're getting the hang of it. You know, they're getting the grip of life and getting more clear on what it is they want to experience, and they want the happy home with you. As cheesy as it sounded for a lot of them in the past. And this might be like younger masculines as well who are like scratching their heads going, oh my God, like I have my whole life ahead of me, yet all I want to do is just be with this person. Okay, a lot of them just want to cozy up on the couch with you and do simple stuff. Their body needs a rest from like constantly being around other people and going out and wearing a false mask. I think deep down inside many of your masculines, they want to do the romantic stuff. They want to pick out a movie and look forward to watching it later, and eat popcorn and take a walk outside before the sun sets. And they want to look into your eyes, and they want to tuck your hair behind your ears, and all of that stuff is coming from the masculines. Many of you probably already feel this with a lot of the song synchronicities you're getting, but yeah, what a way to end off the feminine reading, that's for sure. All right, guys, I hope you found this reading well. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye.